Good morning, ladies. Let me share something truly important with you. The honest truth is most people don't genuinely care. They don't care about the challenges you're facing, the reasons you give for difficulties, or the sad stories you might carry. The world is incredibly busy pursuing its own aspirations to pause and concern itself with yours. And believe it or not, this isn't a bad thing at all. In fact, it's your absolute greatest advantage. Because when no one is really paying attention, you are completely free. Free to soar to great heights, to experience moments of doubt, to build up your life and to rebuild it again if you need to. This means that your life, your achievements, and your future belong entirely to you, 100%. No one is going to just hand it to you on a silver platter. You, and only you, have to earn it. You need to work incredibly hard. And I'm not talking about just the occasional late night after the kids are asleep or after a long day at work. I mean every single day, consistently, quietly, with an intense and unwavering focus. While others might be enjoying a night out, you are making plans. While they are scrolling through social media, you are diligently building. Because the simple truth is, people notice what you accomplish, not just how much effort you put in. Stop waiting for support, for someone to acknowledge your hard work or for a round of applause. The world gives its rewards for what is valuable, not for how loudly you announce your struggles or your intentions. So create something of immense value. Become so exceptionally good at what you do that they simply cannot overlook you. But here's the crucial part. Don't do it for them. Do it for yourself. Concentrate on nurturing your mind, strengthening your body, and building your self-discipline. Every precious hour you spend worrying about other people's opinions is an hour stolen from your own powerful vision. You don't owe the world an explanation for your choices. You owe yourself a lasting legacy. So remember this, ladies. Nobody cares now, but one day they absolutely will. But by that time, you won't need them to. Most of us grow up believing that if we work hard, are kind to others, and follow the rules, the world will eventually reward us. We tend to think life has some kind of invisible scoreboard keeping track of our patience, our pain, or every ounce of effort we expend. But here's a difficult truth that hits hard and often quite early if you're truly paying attention. The world owes you absolutely nothing at all. You might be the most brilliant woman in any room, the most talented individual on a team, and still find yourself overlooked. You might come from a background of profound struggle, deep loss, or immense hardship, and expect that life will somehow make it up to you someday. It won't. That idea, that expectation, is a dangerous trap. Life doesn't keep meticulous tabs on fairness. It only responds to what you actively create, what you consistently deliver, and how resiliently you respond to setbacks. We operate within a system where recognition and rewards don't come from good intentions or heartfelt desires. They come from actual execution. No one truly cares how desperately you wanted something if you didn't follow through and make it happen. You don't get ahead simply because you deserve it. You get ahead because you made it happen, despite not being owed anything in return. There are millions of women more qualified than you, working just as hard, some even harder, yet many still struggle. Why? Because reality doesn't operate on wishful thinking or fantasies. The world isn't a nurturing parent that promises a trophy just for participating or for trying hard. It's a dynamic marketplace. And the market doesn't care how many hours you practiced your skill, how early you woke up to work on your dream, or how many times you faced disappointment. It pays for concrete results, not for your reasons or your efforts alone. The quicker you fully accept this, the faster you will genuinely move forward. Don't wait for the world to recognize your inherent worth. That, dear one, is your job. Don't sit hoping for someone to discover your talents. Discover yourself first, deeply and thoroughly. Don't expect opportunities to simply knock on your door. Build the door yourself, then install the doorbell to invite them in. Waiting for life to be fair is a significant distraction. The most dangerous belief you can possibly carry is that something or someone out there owes you success, attention, or praise. That belief keeps you passive, leads to resentment, and makes you unproductive. You might find yourself thinking, but I've been through so much. Don't I deserve a break? Just a little bit of ease? The truth is, every single person, every woman you meet has her own unique story. Everyone has faced their own battles and struggles, and while your pain is absolutely real and valid, it doesn't automatically put you ahead of anyone else. It simply makes you human. The women who truly make it, who achieve remarkable things, don't wait for life to feel sorry for them. They work through the storms, finding strength and determination even in the midst of adversity. They find fuel and motivation in rejection, transforming it into a powerful drive. They understand that life is inherently hard, but they consciously choose to be harder, tougher, more resilient. Stop complaining and start creating. There's nothing personal about a lack of response from the world. It's not about whether you are liked or disliked as a person. It's about whether you are actively building something that truly matters, something that provides genuine value. And to do that, you need to stop looking for external validation and start consistently producing value. Whether that value is in a thriving business you build, a skill you master, a powerful mindset you cultivate, or a meaningful contribution you make to your community, if you're not giving the world something it genuinely needs or deeply desires, don't expect it to respond in your favor. This isn't meant to be discouraging, not at all. In fact, it's incredibly liberating. Because once you fully realize that no one is coming to rescue you, you stop waiting around. You stop blaming circumstances or other people. You start actively creating your own path. You take full responsibility for absolutely everything, your progress, your self-discipline, your very next step forward. That profound mindset shift changes everything. You transform from feeling like a victim to becoming a powerful leader, from being lost to being laser focused on your goals, from being unnoticed to becoming truly undeniable. Time doesn't care. Competition doesn't care. The market doesn't care about your feelings or your excuses. The only one who can truly care and act on it is you. And that, dear woman, is enough. That is more than enough if you are willing to bravely accept the beautiful weight of your own potential success. Complaining won't move you forward in any meaningful way. A sense of entitlement won't build your future. Only consistent, focused, self-driven work will accomplish that. There's no fairness policy written into the fabric of life. There's no secret formula waiting to be discovered. There is no magic waiting list where patience alone guarantees a reward. There is only action, constant improvement, learning from failure, and the brave choice to try again. Every single day, without needing applause, without seeking sympathy, without waiting for anyone's permission. Success is not a gift, a special favor, or a happy coincidence that simply falls into your lap. It is not something that someone else can give you, grant you permission for, or accidentally drop in your path. It is something you meticulously build, piece by piece, decision by deliberate decision, hour by dedicated hour. No one will hand it to you. No one will carry you to your destination. It is your responsibility, completely, entirely, and without any exception. The very moment you decide to chase a significant goal, you make a silent, powerful agreement with yourself. You are saying, I will do what it takes, whatever that may be. But most women, unfortunately, don't follow through on that agreement. They start strong, get easily distracted, begin to blame their circumstances, and constantly look for quick and easy shortcuts. They forget that truly impactful results only come to those who fully own and embrace the entire process. If your life isn't where you want it to be right now, no one else is to blame. Not your parents, not your past experiences, not your boss, not your partner, and not society at large. It's incredibly easy to point fingers and find external reasons. It's much, much harder to look honestly in the mirror and ask yourself, what am I actively doing about this situation? Excuses are heavy. They weigh you down, making your progress slow and difficult. They cloud your thinking, preventing clear solutions, and they ultimately protect you from facing the raw truth. The truth is, nobody can want your success more than you do. Nobody can wake up early for you. Nobody can put in the tireless work for you. Nobody can study, build, fail, and rise again for you. That is all squarely on your shoulders. If you're waiting for a burst of motivation to strike, you're already behind. If you're waiting for the perfect time, for everything to align perfectly, you've already wasted precious time. The women who win, who truly achieve their aspirations, are not the ones who wait patiently. They are the ones who act decisively, even when it's incredibly difficult, even when the path is uncertain and unclear. People spend years waiting to feel ready. They spend years waiting for a perfectly clear path, a seasoned mentor to guide them, or a definitive sign from the universe. But the profound truth is, the path becomes clearer with every single step you bravely take. No one, absolutely no one, knows exactly what they are doing in the very beginning. They just start. They take full responsibility for figuring things out as they go. They experience failures. They adjust their approach, and they keep moving forward relentlessly. You have a beautiful vision in your mind, a better life for yourself, a stronger, more resilient version of yourself, a future truly worth living for. But that cherished vision will remain nothing more than a fantasy until you decide to take it seriously with all your might. That means no more waiting, no more blaming, no more wishing and hoping. It means waking up earlier, working longer hours, saying a firm no to distractions that pull you away from your purpose. It means doing the mundane work, the uncomfortable work, the work that nobody ever applauds for, not even once. But every single day you can be talented, intelligent, even lucky. But without accountability, without taking responsibility, none of it truly matters. Because talent alone doesn't produce tangible results. Action does. And powerful action comes directly from taking personal responsibility. You don't succeed by simply talking about how desperately you want something. You succeed by showing up and doing the work when it's inconvenient, when you'd rather be doing anything else. You succeed by learning valuable lessons from every single failure rather than hiding from them or letting them defeat you. You succeed when you take charge of your journey, not just when things are going smoothly, but especially when they are not. No one is coming to gently remind you of your goals. No one is checking in to see if you completed your morning routine, if you stuck to your carefully made plan, or if you successfully avoided distractions. That, dear one, is your job. That is precisely what separates those who merely dream from those who consistently deliver exceptional results. Success isn't about what you post on social media or what impressive things you say. It's about what you diligently do when no one else is watching you, when it's just you and your commitment. The harsh truth is, life doesn't care about how difficult things have been for you. It doesn't reward good intentions or heartfelt desires. It rewards consistent, purposeful action. And that action, ladies, has to come from you. Not from waiting for a surge of motivation, not from hoping someone else gives you a gentle push, but from a powerful internal decision that you will push yourself no matter what. Every single excuse you make, every delay you allow, every time you shift the blame, you are unknowingly giving your power away. Taking full responsibility for your life brings all that power back to you, empowering you to shape your destiny. You either own your success entirely, or you surrender it to chance and circumstance. There's a lot of noise in the world around us. Endless opinions, harsh criticism, persistent doubt, countless distractions, the pressure of fake successes displayed online, constant comparisons, and the allure of meaningless validation. From the very moment you decide to do something different, to build something truly real and impactful, to chase something deeply meaningful to your soul, the noise will inevitably get louder. People will talk about you. They will question your choices. They will doubt your timing, your decisions, your strategy, and even the boldness of your ambition. That, ladies, is an inherent part of the entire process. But the significant mistake most people make is that they start listening to that noise. You don't need to answer every opinion that comes your way. You don't need to prove anything to anyone else. If you spend all your valuable energy defending your deeply personal vision to people who don't even begin to understand your destination, you will utterly waste the very energy you desperately need to actually get there. Most of the world isn't trying to build what you are building. Most people are operating from a place of fear, deep insecurity, or plain laziness. Their noise isn't truly about you. It's a direct reflection of what they themselves are not willing to do. The biggest threat to your cherished vision isn't failure itself, it's distraction. And distraction wears many cunning masks. It shows up as endless comparison to others, as mindlessly scrolling through social media feeds, as engaging in unnecessary and unproductive conversations, as trying desperately to impress others, as jumping from one promising idea to another without ever building any real momentum. The more noise you allow into your mind, the less clarity you will possess. And without profound clarity, even the most brilliant vision will eventually fade and die. There will always be someone who appears to be doing better than you. There will always be someone telling you that you're not good enough, that you lack something. There will always be another new trend, another new method, another persuasive voice telling you to go left when you're already fully committed to going right. You simply cannot build anything truly meaningful if you're constantly looking over your shoulder, distracted by what others are doing or saying. Silence isn't a weakness, it's a powerful discipline. Learning how to effectively tune out the constant noise is one of the most invaluable skills you can ever develop. Protect your vision as if it were the very air you breathe. Keep it close to your heart. Nurture it with unwavering dedication. Build it quietly without fanfare. Talk less, do more. Share less, execute more. Not because you're hiding anything, but because you are profoundly focused on your mission. People don't need to see every single step you take on your journey. They need to see the powerful results when the time is truly right. And those compelling results only come when you are completely locked in, fully concentrated, not distracted by the fleeting applause or the stinging criticism. You don't need to explain your ambitious goals to anyone. You don't need to convince anyone why you're working late into the night, why you're skipping social gatherings, or why you're choosing not to follow popular trends. Your vision is deeply personal. It's an internal compass that guides you. And most of the time, it won't make any logical sense to others until it becomes undeniably obvious through your achievements. The very same people who once doubted you will later act as if they always believed in you, as if they were your biggest cheerleaders from the start. That's just how the world works. But if you relentlessly chase approval, you will inevitably lose your true direction. If you constantly chase popularity, you will compromise your immense potential. You simply cannot stay focused on your vital mission while simultaneously trying to be liked by every single person. The noise around you is specifically designed to pull you off course. Not because people are malicious or evil, but because they simply don't see what you see. They weren't given your unique vision. They weren't handed your personal dream. That dream, dear one, is yours and yours alone. That significant goal is yours. That profound responsibility is yours. So create vital space for yourself, not just physically, but more importantly, mentally. Turn down the volume of the outside world. Consciously reduce the number of opinions you absorb from others. Jure. Focus less on what everyone else is doing and more intently on what you absolutely need to do next to move forward. When the world is loud and chaotic, clarity becomes a rare and precious commodity. Make clarity your most powerful weapon. Make silence your strategic edge. The strongest women aren't the loudest ones. They're the ones so completely absorbed in their work, so deeply committed that external noise doesn't even penetrate their focus. They know precisely what they are building. They don't chase fleeting attention, chase true mastery. And genuine mastery requires unwavering focus, not just sometimes, but every single day. In a world brimming with countless voices, learn to trust your own inner voice. Not the insecure one filled with fear and self-doubt, but the deep, quiet voice within that clearly sees the future, that profoundly believes in what's truly possible, that fully understands what absolutely must be done. Motivation feels wonderful. It's exhilarating, powerful, and incredibly energizing. But it's also, by its very nature, temporary. It comes in unpredictable waves. One moment you're deeply inspired, ready to conquer the world, and the next moment you're tired, easily distracted, or filled with uncertainty. That's the fundamental problem with motivation. It's emotional. It relies heavily on how you feel in any given moment. And feelings, as we all know, change constantly. That's precisely why truly successful women don't depend on sporadic motivation. They meticulously build unwavering discipline. Discipline, my dears, is profoundly different. It doesn't ask how you feel on any particular morning. It doesn't wait for the stars to align perfectly or for the ideal moment to arrive. Discipline shows up consistently, whether it's pouring rain outside, whether you're feeling utterly exhausted, whether it's convenient or incredibly inconvenient. Where motivation often needs a compelling reason to act, discipline simply needs a firm decision. It's meticulously built in the small, consistent choices you consciously make every single day. Especially during those times when no one else is watching and absolutely nothing exciting or glamorous seems to be happening. People often chase motivation because, let's be honest, it feels easier in the short term. Watching an inspiring video, reading a powerful quote, or listening to an uplifting speech gives you a temporary surge of energy. But what happens when that initial push fades away? What happens when the harsh reality kicks in? When progress feels painfully slow and the consistent hard work becomes incredibly boring. That, ladies, is precisely where most people stop their journey. They find themselves saying, I'm just not feeling it today. Discipline, however, doesn't care if you're feeling it. Discipline firmly says, do it anyway. Discipline is the act of waking up early even when you stayed up late the night before. It's pushing yourself to hit the gym when your body aches and protests. It's rigidly sticking to your carefully crafted schedule when a mountain of distractions piles up around you. It's doing the work again and again, repeatedly, without needing constant applause or external validation. That, and only that, is what builds true consistency. That is what undeniably builds lasting progress. Motivation might give you the initial spark to get started, but only unwavering discipline will relentlessly keep you going forward. There are two fundamental types of people in this world: those who act primarily based on their fleeting feelings, and those who act steadfastly based on their deep commitment. The first group perpetually waits to feel inspired. They immediately stop when things become uncomfortable or challenging. They constantly look for external reasons to keep moving forward. The second group, however, simply does the work because they made a promise to themselves and they honor that promise. They profoundly understand that relying on emotion is not a viable strategy for success. They understand that discipline is the essential price of achieving their dreams. If you only work when you feel a surge of motivation, your results will be predictably inconsistent. You'll have a few fantastic productive days followed by long unproductive stretches of nothing. But if you operate from a place of unwavering discipline, you actively build powerful momentum. You meticulously create positive habits, and those very habits form the unbreakable foundation of long-term achievement. Because true success isn't about short bursts of intense effort. It's about relentless consistency. One single day of intense hard work won't fundamentally change your entire life. But 100 days of unwavering discipline consistently applied absolutely will. Women often say they're waiting to feel completely ready before they start something important. That, my dear, is often just fear cleverly disguised. Readiness doesn't magically appear first. Discipline comes first. Discipline actively creates momentum. Momentum, in turn, builds strong confidence. And that newfound confidence then makes you truly feel ready to take on anything. You cannot reverse this crucial order. You cannot wait for motivation to mysteriously drag you into the realm of discipline. You simply have to choose discipline first, especially on those days when you feel utterly drained and would prefer to do absolutely nothing. Even the most successful women in the world don't wake up every single day bursting with excitement to work. They experience doubts. They feel lazy at times. They face immense pressure and challenges. But they have rigorously trained themselves to act anyway, to push through those feelings. They've transformed discipline into an integral part of their very identity. It's not just something they try to do, it's who they intrinsically are. That's the key difference. Motivation is an external force. It fades. Discipline is an internal power. It is permanent. It doesn't rely on hype or fleeting excitement. It relies on consistent habits, solid structure, and purposeful repetition. You cannot control precisely how you feel every morning when you wake up, but you can absolutely control what you choose to do about it. You can't predict your mood for the day, but you can always choose your actions. That is precisely what gives you true control over your life. That is what powerfully separates those who dabble from genuine professionals. If you truly want to grow, to evolve, you have to show up for yourself, even when it's incredibly difficult, and especially when it's hard. Discipline is consistently doing the right thing long after the initial feeling of motivation has completely vanished. It's becoming comfortable with discomfort, embracing the challenge. It's deeply understanding that every excuse you make pushes your cherished goal one frustrating step further away, while every single act of discipline pulls it one powerful step closer. One of the most dangerous traps prevalent in the world today is the relentless constant search for approval. Approval from friends, from family, from coworkers, from online followers, from complete strangers online. The list, unfortunately, never ends. Women are building lives they don't truly believe in, chasing goals they don't even genuinely desire, all just to earn a fleeting reaction or a nod of approval from someone else. That, ladies, is the fastest, most destructive way to lose your authentic self. When your primary focus is on getting noticed, on being liked, on receiving validation from external sources, you inevitably lose focus on what actually matters most. Growing into the powerful, amazing person you were truly meant to become. Approval is temporary, it's fragile, it shifts constantly with trends, with people's moods, and with opinions you have absolutely no control over. You can be celebrated with great fanfare today and harshly criticized tomorrow. If your confidence is built on the shaky foundation of applause, then the silence, when it comes, will completely destroy you. But self-growth, dear ones, is profoundly different. Self-growth is real. It is solid. It doesn't depend on external attention or validation. It depends entirely on your consistent, dedicated effort. It's not loud or flashy. It's not glamorous or attention-grabbing, but it is incredibly powerful. When you wholeheartedly start focusing on your own personal growth, you begin to measure your progress by who you were yesterday, not by who others desperately want you to be today. You stop comparing yourself endlessly to other women and start comparing yourself honestly to your past self. That, ladies, is where real, lasting power truly begins. Because when you're constantly chasing approval from others, your decisions are reactionary. They are responses to external pressures. You find yourself doing what pleases others. You avoid taking necessary risks. You try desperately to fit in and conform. But when you're diligently chasing your own growth, your decisions are deeply intentional. You bravely take calculated risks. You tirelessly pursue mastery in your chosen field. You become comfortable with being misunderstood, even criticized, because you know exactly what you're working toward and why it profoundly matters to you. Many women appear incredibly successful on the outside, but deep down inside, they feel empty and unfulfilled because their success was never truly theirs to begin with. It was meticulously built on meeting external expectations that never came from their own inner desires. They achieved what others told them they should achieve. They built a life around a carefully constructed image, not around genuine integrity and authenticity. True, fulfilling success starts from deep self-growth. It comes from truly knowing who you are, precisely where you're going, and why it matters to your soul, even if nobody else sees it or understands it yet. Self-growth is quiet. It happens during those late nights when you're diligently learning instead of mindlessly scrolling. It happens when you bravely reflect on your mistakes instead of defensively trying to justify them. Or happens when you consciously choose discipline over distraction, profound purpose over fleeting popularity, and unwavering consistency over easy comfort. You don't need a huge audience to grow. In fact, most of your real significant growth happens when no one is watching at all. While others are busy posting updates about their lives, you're busy building and creating. While they're looking for likes and superficial affirmation, you're diligently developing new skills, strengthening your mental resilience, and becoming harder to break down. The approval you're looking for will eventually come. But here's the beautiful irony. It will only come after you no longer truly need it. That's the profound lesson. When you passionately focus on your own self-growth, on becoming the best version of yourself, you automatically become invaluable. And when you are genuinely invaluable, people naturally begin to notice you. But by that time, you're not doing it for them anymore. You're doing it purely for yourself. And that, dear woman, is when your inherent power becomes truly unshakable. Not because people validate you or praise your efforts, but because you have bravely validated yourself through consistent, purposeful action. You don't need anyone's permission to grow. You don't need constant applause to affirm your worth. You don't need external recognition to confirm that you are real and making a difference. Growth is a deeply personal responsibility. It doesn't ask for likes or shares. It asks for your dedicated effort. It doesn't care who's watching your journey. It cares deeply about how far you are truly willing to go when nobody is cheering or clapping for you. Seeking approval is a massive distraction. It's like a temporary drug. It feels good in the short term, but it keeps you fundamentally weak and dependent in the long term. Because it teaches you to rely on others for your crucial sense of self-worth. Self-growth is the complete opposite. It powerfully teaches you to depend on your own unwavering effort, your own honest self-reflection, and your own high standards. When you commit to growing, your confidence emanates from within you. It can't be taken away by criticism. It can't be faked for show. And it doesn't disappear just because someone else fails to notice your brilliance. In conclusion, the hard truth is, nobody truly cares about your excuses, your struggles, or your dreams unless you have already proven yourself capable and deserving. The world moves incredibly fast, and waiting for sympathy or external permission will only leave you behind, stagnating, while others move forward. If you genuinely want to succeed, you must take full, complete ownership of your unique journey. Stop expecting others to fully understand your deeply personal vision. Stop seeking validation from people who are simply too distracted chasing their own comfort to genuinely care about your relentless hard work and grind. Success isn't something that's handed out freely. It's earned through unwavering discipline, relentless consistency, and an intense, focused determination. When you finally stop wasting precious time explaining yourself to others and instead start investing that time in diligently improving yourself, everything in your life will profoundly change. Your quiet perseverance will speak louder than any words you could utter. Your visible progress will be your irrefutable proof. This is your life, your goals, your responsibility. The sooner you fully accept that no one is coming to rescue you, the faster you will truly rise to your full potential. Focus intently on your mission. Protect your valuable energy fiercely. Let your impactful work do all the talking for you. Because when you genuinely commit to bettering yourself, you'll stop caring who's watching. And that, ladies, is when real, authentic success truly begins. Don't compete for fleeting attention. Compete only with the woman you were yesterday. Work in silence. Grow immensely in private.